Family and friends, top of the day, it's Monday, and it's time for some motivation. Recently, the Pareto Principle has become popular due to its application to the 80-20 rule. The principle was developed by Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto in 1896. It suggests that 80% of all the work gets done by 20% of the people. The concept has also been applied to relationships, again suggesting that people leave 80% behind in pursuit of a more appealing 20%. We saw this analogy in Tyler Perry's movie, Why Did I Get Married? The scene takes place at dinner with a table full of young black professionals. The meal ends up with Jill Scott breaking a bottle of wine over her husband's head. I promise not to cause any physical harm during this video, and personally, you couldn't pay me to hold a bottle of wine at this point in my life. Let's get back to the 80-20 rule. Again, 80% of the work is done by 20% of the people. On a positive note, this theory implies that majority of one's productivity comes from a smaller portion of their capacity. If 20% of your tasks are bringing you 80% of your projected results, you have identified your strengths and should prioritize these items. Check out my video on SWOT analysis. The opposite of this rule is called majoring in the minor. I spoke about this in my video on the 5-second rule as well. Life is all about being happy or owning property. Stay with me. Speaking of property ownership, what property do you actually own? Is it a house, a car, a boat, or a motorcycle? Do you have a mortgage, lease, student loans, or maxed out credit cards? What does it really mean to own something? Do you promise to make payments over the next 30 years or 72 months? Let's say you have a credit card with a 20% interest rate. Essentially, this means you can purchase up to 80% of your limit at 20% of the actual price. If you buy a $100 dress, you actually end up paying $120 for it in the end. Let me put it this way, so I don't confuse you. If you have a $100 credit limit with a 20% interest rate, you actually only have about $80 to spend. See, we get excited when we qualify for a $2,000 limit. We get so happy about it, we go out and spend the whole $2,000. We look crazy as hell when we see that $2,400 balance on our first bill. You must remember to take your 20% and only buy 80% of the work. As Charles Barkley would say, anything less is uncivilized. I want to personally thank each and every one of you who have made it this far in the video. Your support has been invaluable over the months, and I appreciate you. I'm just trying to show off this beautiful mind of mine. 80-20 rule turned into motivation. When you decide to pay, it's gonna have to be more than 20%. After all, it's doing 80% of all the work. As always, I'm happy to help. Make it a great day.